let's go back to Parkinson's disease. And so now we have these protein aggregates, and they happen to occur in some area of the brain that is damaged. And we know that kind of the initial part of neurodegeneration occurs in this particular area in the brain and then spreads around. Could you please elaborate on this, this topic?
Yeah. So this knowledge comes from the work of several colleagues in the field, and we know that when people with Parkinson's disease seek help, it's when they feel the motor problems. They feel the typical bradykinesia, which is the slowness in movement, the resting tremor. It's not the tremor when people drink coffee. Oh, I had too much coffee, I'm shaking. That's not the tremor of Parkinson's. It's a resting tremor. It means that you can be with your arms resting or your legs, and you have usually one side that is shaking at a specific frequency. And you have also postural instability, so a curved posture, and muscular rigidity. So these are the typical symptoms of the disease. So when people start feeling these problems, they seek a doctor, and that's usually when diagnostic takes place. Now, we know, or clinicians know, when they started looking at a lot of patients, that years before the onset of the motor problems, patients already have hyposmia or loss of sense of smell. They have often constipation, so gastrointestinal disturbances, and they also often exhibit REM sleep behavior disorder. So they have problems during their sleep, during the REM sleep, when you have the rapid eye movement phase of sleep. These patients they enact their dreams. So they are dreaming, and usually they are violent dreams. So they are punching and kicking, and usually the partner suffers because they get punched and kicked involuntarily. Of course, they don't want to do it, but these dreams are very vivid, and so the people are enacting the dreams. And sometimes you see videos in studies where people fall off the bed because it's such a violent sleep that people fall off the bed, and that can be dangerous. And so this knowledge tells us that perhaps other regions in the brain are affected even before our brain shows the motor problems. And then another German scientist, Heiko Brack, is a neuroanatomist that has been in Ulm for some time now. He was in Frankfurt, but in the past years he has been in Ulm. He studied lots of brains from people with Parkinson's, and he did these Lewy body stainings to see where are the Lewy bodies in people that have Parkinson's disease, but with different severities. And he was able to find a correlation between disease duration and disease progression and severity with the load of alpha-synuclein in Lewy bodies. And so it seemed that people that didn't have symptoms, they had pathology mostly in the brainstem, in the medulla oblongata. And then as disease progressed, at some point, you could see Lewy body pathology in the substantia nigra. And this is when the motor problems normally arise. And then as disease progresses, you see pathology moving upwards in the brain, eventually reaching the cortex and other areas. And that's usually when you have signs of dementia and other severe problems.
Neuroscience and beyond. Know more. Get inspired.